Hello ravers and welcome to the Electric DM10, a mini-series for the DJs and producers that have carried their names for at least a decade and more. During the time of this recording and posting, the project being covered is still in the professional EDM scene, creating bangers, touring/performing, or both. As the world of electronic music has countless DJs and producers, many qualify for the 10-plus year streak series. Being in the EDM industry for this amount of time is no easy task, let alone in the professional environment. With that said, this series of videos will briefly cover the project, the members, and tours/travels. Most importantly, the music that got these projects the impactful recognition for the listeners and fans of the thousands, millions, and in some cases, billions. For a project to qualify in this series, the following must be met. First, 10 years plus of the project name being active. Important note, the name itself cannot change to a completely different name. Second, at least one main headlining tour or support tour of the project's time. And third, must have a minimum of 3 EPs, 1 album, and or several songs remixes published. Preferably to have all of them combined for the stronghold of the project's name. Special note, the project name can have a record of taking a break from the EDM scene due to health/unfortunate circumstances as long as the creator of the project doesn't confirm the end of such project name in less than 10 years. With that said, welcome to the very first episode of Electric DM10. Alright, with the very first episode, we start with a project that actually inspired me to create this series in the first place, and it's thanks to these posts.
It's the kind of beat to go.
Yep, none other than GTA. No, not the video game. GTA's acronym should be a no-brainer if you have heard of these guys, for it's Grand Theft. I just said that, no. Alright, GTA being Gran Turismo. What in the ground to air? Who the heck wrote this script? Alright, enough fooling around. I tried looking for the DJ Duo's acronym in a website called acronyms.thefreedictionary.com, and their name isn't there. So here we go. If those that do not know, GTA stands for Good Times Ahead. Hey! Alright, let's start. Created by Julio Mejia and Matt Toth, GTA started in 2010. Being in Miami, Florida as their home city, these two started out by meeting through Facebook at the time. Before starting to produce music, the two would spin the decks for college parties, bars within the local area, and more. And as the two started creating music, widespread attention was going up with their styles of electric house, electric hip-hop, trap, and even a bit of dubstep later on in their career. The music spreads even further when the two released songs with major record labels, including some of the other well-known producers and DJs. These would include Laidback Luke's Mix Mash, Diplo's Mad Descent, Skrillex's Ausla, and others that also include Monster Cat, Warner Brothers, Musical Freedom, etc. During the early years, GTA went on support tours for Tiesto and Calvin Harris's duo tour. And a fun fact, this tour sold out in less than 10 minutes the moment tickets were up for purchase. Also, a surprise fact to discover that Matt and Julio toured and opened up for Rihanna's Diamons World Tour in 2013. And here's a bit of a kicker. I'll leave a link in the EDM box below, linking to the page article of the explanation of how GTA got the surprise of being on tour for Rihanna for a little bit and then getting a call that they were going to be with Rihanna's tour for an entire 2 months in Europe alone. And that's just in one country. It goes on to the rest of the entire world. So strongly recommend you give that a read. Also, to a no surprise, the two have played major music festivals, including various Lollapalooza festivals, Ultra Music Festival, Coachella, Electric Daisy Carnival, and even Tomorrowland. Within just a few years, GTA became the main headlining DJs of Death to Genres Tour and Goon's Take America tours. Also, a fun fact, within the year of 2019, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, GTA decided to say, you know what, let's just put the full acronym meaning out there to just place Good Times Ahead. But everyone's going to know calling him GTA, or you could just simply call him Good Times Ahead. The collaboration these guys have done are through the roof, which include the following producers: Flussodramas, Just Jer, Valentino Khan, Martin Solveig, Laidback Luke, and many, many more. The two have also released songs on their own personal ends, with Julio under the name Jules and Matt with Van Toth. Although these songs were released in their early years of GTA as they were creating the name and doing their own thing within the local area of Miami. Now, with the 10 plus years, something that really caught to my attention as I was looking through social media briefly, their ongoing legendary career now goes to new lengths, as an upcoming EP has been hinted alongside with Dylan Francis. Proof of this is going to be with Dylan Francis's tweet as of mid 2023. It's going to be right there on the screen, and I personally cannot wait for this. Alright, a brief discography rundown. GTA released numerous singles dating back to 2011. My god, I almost said Grand Theft Auto for some freaking reason. I'm going to leave that in there just for the lulz of this miniseries. So, Good Times Ahead has released some EPs, including Death to Genres, Volume 1, Volume 1.5, Volume 2, and Volume 3. Strongly recommend you see these in their SoundCloud account, and if you can find them on Spotify. Also released an album called Good Times Ahead in 2016. And as I mentioned, an upcoming EP with Dylan Francis is coming in for this year. Hopefully, it'll be releasing very soon. Also, Matt and Julio have an exclusive radio show that goes on their SoundCloud account. Link in the EDM box below as well. And now, my personal recommendations would be the following for those that are not familiar with Good Times Ahead's discography. Some of the ones I would go for would be Boy Oh Boy, Intoxicated, as these two are some of the biggest hitters that GTA has created. Also, Bola, What We Tell Them, Mic Check, The Crowd, Red Lips, which this should be recognized because this ties to one of the most unique remixes of the EDM world, which the remix of Red Lips was created by Skrillex, even having way more plays than the original version of Red Lips according to SoundCloud. These two really speak personally to me with I Can't Hold On and Hold On to Me. And of course, how could we forget one of GTA's signature songs, Prison Riot? Some of the remixes that I would also throw in there would be the 6th Gear GTA remix, Sorrowtech GTA remix, Party Up GTA remix, and these two have even made a remix of Bitch Better Have My Money from Rihanna on their SoundCloud. Might be on Spotify, might want to check on that, I'm not 100% sure. A fun fact, I had the privilege of meeting Julio in December of 2018 at a Brownies and Lemonade event in LA, and it was just a thrill just talking to him for a mere 30 seconds, even though I don't really remember much of the conversation since it's been so long, but I told him that I was going to be making electronic dance music content starting in 2019, and it's been an interesting road throughout the past couple of years of making content. Hopefully you guys enjoy the footage that I have recorded of GTA in 2017, and this was at a club before it became a completely different new upgrade, a new management, which was Create Nightclub in Hollywood, California, which then transformed to Academy LA, as we know now. Definitely an underrated duo with how far Matt and Julio have come from the streets of Miami to being some of the most recognized individuals and pioneers of the trap world for electronic dance music. This concludes the first ever episode of the Electric DM10 series. Thank you all so much for listening in. This is going to be a brief rundown series of these projects that have given us a plethora of music, and they're still going strong. There are many more out there, and who knows? I got to make a script for the outro. So this is the first one. Thank you all so much. Shout outs to Julio and Matt. Various links and sources of their music will be in the EDM box below. And hey, feel free to follow me along with my electronic shenanigans by hitting that like, spinning that sub, OTT notifications, and all that fun stuff. Leave a comment down below and seeing which EDM DJ and producer you would like me to cover on next. Until then, keep listening, stay safe, and rave on.